Good evening, everybody, and welcome to day 3 of Agganis week. We finished the first two. Baseball, softball, girls and boys basketball are all done. Now we're into boys and girls soccer. The boys take center stage first as we move our way through the week. 9 activities. This is the North against the South. The South, coached by Tony Enos of Bishop Fenwick. The North, Sean Blue from Newburyport, outstanding player at Lynn English. He's making a homecoming here. He played soccer here. Actually, I think he played soccer at Manning Bowl. He's now a coach at Newburyport. Outstanding basketball and soccer player at Lynn English. It's a very big game for the South. The North leads it 10-9. There have been 3 ties. And we got the best of the best soccer players here. The South is in white. The North is in blue. And the only problem I have is I'm not sure who the goaltender is for the South, because they have 2, and obviously they don't give it to us. South trying to break it up. They clear it away. Not keeping it at that end. Pass picked off. They kick it back to the goaltender. Goaltender is either Nick Capra of Salem or Rich Mateo of St. Mary's. Looking for a break. And they finally kick it and knock it away. And South will keep it in play. They broke it up, almost a breakaway. Matthew Ricciardi almost had that breakaway. One step away from a breakaway. Skips past. South with it. Straight down the middle, a pass to the far side. South now trying to keep it in. And they couldn't. Went out. Slipping and falling, getting up and getting control. Now they kick it all the way back. I believe it's Mateo in net. And he boots it deep. And he gets by everybody. But there's some blue shirts back there to retrieve it. And it goes out off the blue shirts. So South will get it down deep for the first time with the throw-in. Trying to center it, picked off. And they kick it back upfield to Devon Smith. Knocking it back deep. Smith gets it back. Trying to get something started. All the way back to Ricciardi of Linfield. Smith again knocks it deep. It's a foot race. Down deep in the near side, trying to center it. Gets knocked away by the defense nicely. And he's doing it again. They tip it by, controlling. Now it goes all the way back to Mateo. Brett Thomas of Malden Catholic made that nice defensive play when the ball was down deep in the right corner. They knock it back again deep. And again, Mateo will try to send it the other way. And it winds up going out. And they call it off Nicholas Rossitto of Danvers. Skylar Tucker of Fenwick throws it in. They can't get around Rossitto of Danvers. Second pass is picked off. Tipped. South controls it down the near side. Try to center it, and it got hit off Patrick Folletti of Newburyport and went out of play. South will get the first corner kick coming from the near side. Finally cleared away and knocked deep. And we got a whistle. South knocked one of the players down. I think it was Michael Brudwitz of Masco that got knocked down. Devon Smith of Central Catholic puts it in play. And the North is back on the attack. They try to go to the far side. It skips past a couple. Broken up. Quickly thrown in. Down that near side. Coming all the way to the middle, looking to get the shot off. Knocked away, still loose in front. Mateo made the save. I thought it was 15. Teddy Valancourt had made that great play from the far corner, coming all the way around to the middle, trying to go in a little bit too deep and had it knocked away. He's the other goalkeeper. In fact, he's listed as the only goalkeeper, so it's the South that has two. So I must have read that number wrong. South trying to make a play. They knock it deep. It's kept in. And they knock it to the net. And the catch is made. That was Mateo Kugner from Billerica with a little hook that laid it right in the lap of, it's got to be Teddy Valancourt because he's the only goalkeeper on the North. North again in South territory. Long lead pass, trying to get there, and he gets the shot off and he knocks it high over the net as he got knocked down. Long lead pass, it looked like it may be too far, and then coming down that far sideline, cut inside, got a foot on it, knocked it high over the net and out of play. So another scoring opportunity for the North. Trying to walk in again. It bounces in. Mateo will grab it and hold on. South will get the throw in. To the near side, and they knock it deep. Broken up by Folletti of Newburyport, and hustling back, picking it off, is Ross Lojek of Triton. Both teams have had a scoring opportunity. South got it right on the net. Now we get an offside. Looked like Lojek was going to get a breakaway. There's a glass case, just bring it up. South with a chance down near again. Trying to center it. Delacourt got a good look at it. Played it on a hop. Off the foot of Brett Thomas of Malden Catholic. South is looking for a tie with their 10th win. They're also looking for 2 in a row to get that tie. North almost had a breakaway, just broken up by the defense. And we got an offside. There were 3 or 4 people downfield beyond the ball. $1998, 2004, 2014 were the 3 ties. That goes off south in to the north bench area. Nice little move, pushing it ahead. It gets dumped out in front, looking for a break, trying to walk in, sliding and making a great defensive play. Hope he turns around so I can get his number. Blocked again. But what a great defensive play. They had Mateo all by himself. As he was lining up the shot, the defensive player not only got a piece of it, but took it right off the foot, knocked it away. And I believe it was Ryan Ramsey of St. Mary's. South coming back. Down that far side. Looking to get around. Can't get around the defense. South's trying to get it back, and they do. From long range, that's way out and over the head of everybody, out, way out and out of play. And we'll have substitutions for the North. Tony Enos doesn't have to have too many subs. He's only got 3 players on the bench. They knock it deep. Another foot race. Knocked out by the South. Knocking it away from Will Olson Sidford from Newburyport. And they call it offside. They're way downfield looking for that pass. They're way offside. So most of the South players will be going full tilt through the whole game. They knock it back. North keeping the pressure on, keeping it in the south end. And we get offside again. Jake Valsich from Newburyport get in a little too close. Some of these kids are going to very good schools. How about Austin Ziedos from Masconomet going to the University of Minnesota? Matthew Ricciardi of Bloomfield is going to Syracuse. Mitchell Kennedy of Austin Prep is not here tonight. Or he is here tonight. He's going to Notre Dame. Skylar Tucker's going to Purdue. Peter Weeson going to Holy Cross. Jake Gonzalez of Peavy is going to Elmira. They make sure that North doesn't get a piece of that long pass that goes out of play. North has been threatening all through this early moments of this first half. They try to center it, and there's St. Mary's Richard Mateo diving out, picking it off, not letting anybody get a piece of it. And he boots it away. And the South takes it back to the north end. Broken up. And here comes the North again. Back into the south end. And they call another offside. This is where it's really difficult with these kids never having played with each other. Basketball, you get used to it. Pick and roll. Some of the plays are the same, whatever uniform you're wearing. But here, it's the pass has to be. Usually, I give my teammate a little longer pass. You may have to give a little shorter pass here, or maybe a little longer pass. Or it's tough getting used to each other. They know what they're supposed to do, but it's different when you're doing with a whole bunch of players you never played with before. And goes out off south. This is the boys' version of the 23rd Agganis All-Star Classic. girls will come on next. And way offside again. That was Jake Dixon of Pentucket. He's going to Keene State. He was way out front for that pass. Territorial-wise, it's been the North. They had one good chance, and they couldn't get the shot off because the defense made a great play. Dead center in the net. Mateo would have been hard-pressed to block that Grand Canyon, as I call it, the net, dead center in front of him. But the defense made a great play and didn't allow to get the shot off. And it was Ryan Ramsey, as they pick up the number, it was Ryan Ramsey of St. Mary's who made that big defensive play. He just smothered the ball before they could get the kick dead center. They were only about 2 or 3 feet away from Mateo. And the North taking it right back. Now South knocks it back. So I mentioned territorial-wise, it's been the North. Now here's another rush, trying to get there first. Again, down that far side, trying to make a move. Getting around the defense, trying to center it. And it went behind the intended receiver and got picked off by the South. Chris Garcia bringing it down, dumps it inside. Nice defensive play by Patrick Folletti of Newburyport. He didn't let Brett Thomas get around him. Skylar Tucker, I told you he's going to Purdue. He's taking a throw in. I talked last night to the MVP of the boys basketball team, Mr. Millette from Marblehead. He's going to Arizona. And I said, couldn't you go a little bit further away? He said, I guess I could have gone to California, but they knock it deep, and it's another foot race. They overrun it. Now they tip it down deep. Trying to get around. Nice defense again. And it's Ramsey again. Broke it up and then bounced it off North out of play. He's made 2 big defensive plays. North winds up with it, down deep. Kick from long range, goes wide left. Michael Badruwitz. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Got the shot that went wide left. North has had territorial edge, but South is the only shot on net that was caught by Valancourt. North trying to get something going. Picked off by the South. To give it to Garcia. Takes the shot and it sails wide right. Kick goes wide, high, and over everything out of play. North will get to kick it away. Allencourt will get his foot into it. South trying to collect. Garcia got broken up by Podruic. They knock it deep again, another foot race. Mateo gets there first, and he'll kick it away. One of these times that's going to work. They tip it ahead. Straight down the middle. Now they go to the far side. Cutting to the middle when they had a steam up. He was trying to tip it across. Open was Tucker on the near side, but it got tipped and it just floated away. And now it's the North coming the other way. Nice defense, knocking away again. The centering pass. Dixon made that nice centering pass. And it was Mitchell Kennedy of Austin Prep. That made the nice defensive play and knocked it away. Lead pass, knocked away again. Mitchell couldn't track it down. Mitchell Kennedy couldn't track it down and went out of play. I think they called it offside before that. So the South will get to kick it away. So I looked down, it's just about even. I was thinking that it's 6 subs apiece. So there were 3 kids sitting on the bench. I don't know where the other 3 might have been out getting a drink of water. But there's 6 subs apiece for, so that is not an advantage for the North. They break it up, and in breaking it up, they knock Podruic down. Free kick coming from just inside the 25, right from the 24, almost dead center. South got a piece of the kick as they try to go to the right side, and they knock it away. And it goes out. Off the North, and the South kicks it away. And they're right back at it. South clears it away. I was going to make a play, but they're 2 on about 6. Catching up was Tucker. Walking in, takes the shot. Allencourt has to make the save. Nice bid by Tucker. almost tucked it into the near corner. Valancourt had to dive and make the save. Tucker came down the near side, broke back a little bit toward the middle, got a good hard shot off, and Valancourt had to make a big time save. They knock it deep. What a save. What a tremendous save by Mateo. He was down, he reached out with his hand and just got a piece of it. They get out front. Mateo makes another save. The first one was a beauty. He was down, he reached out with his hand. The last one was on Pedruitz. The first one, he was down and out, and they tried to knock it in the far corner, and he just got a piece of it with his hand and grabbed it and kicked it out. So North has two big bids back to back. Mateo makes two big saves. From long range, Valancourt makes the save. Out. And at first save, I finally got his number. Will Olsen Sitford of Newburyport. He was the one that brought it deep and tried to go to the far post, and Mateo just got a hand on it, tipped it away. Great save by Mateo. And we're in the final 10 minutes of a scoreless first half. North has picked it up. Territorial-wise, they led, keeping it in the south end, but they didn't have that great an opportunity. But then they had those two back-to-back. South has had two. The last one by Skylar Tucker was ticketed for the near post, and Valancourt made a great save. Garcia keeps it in. Still in control. Dumps it off. They try to tip it back. North breaks it up and clears it away. Looking for a break. And they call it offside. Jake Dixon tried to hit Olsen Sidford breaking it. Olsen Sidford was out in front of the play. Mitchell Kennedy kicks it away. They knock it deep again. This time they go to the far post and they knock it in. It was only a matter of time, I think, and that was Will Olsen Sidford knocking it home. Took him a long time. He was the one that had that chance that Mateo made a great save on. Now they were offside a couple of times on those long passes. This time they were onside. He walked in. Mateo came out to try and block the angle, and he tucked it in the far post. So Sean Blue, the coach of Newburyport, sees one of his players, Will Olsen Sidford, get the North on top 1-0, and now it's another breakaway again. Walking in. And they just missed it. They tried to go to the far post again. Michael Pedruitz. Picked off the pass, walked in. Might have looked to try and get a little closer, but he was being defended. They were catching up, so he took the shot a little further away than he'd like to, and he missed the far corner. That would have been a tough goal for the South to give up. South Has it knocked out by the North. North holding on. Looking for an opening and maybe go deep again. Now they start at full tilt. Here in slow motion, all of a sudden they pick up the pace. Nice defense by Mitchell Kennedy from Austin Prep, catching up to Bedruwitz from Masconomet. He's going to St. Anselm's. And it went out off Bedruwitz. It was almost like a little slow motion about their own 45-yard line. And all of a sudden, a little burst of speed, and they went full tilt. And they almost walked in for another easy shot. North bringing it back. They throw it deep. And I believe they called offside again. All these young guys have had great careers at their high school, 4 years, representing their schools, their parents, their cities, their towns. They've been outstanding, and this is a great way to end their career, playing with players that you played against. This is a case where you play these games and you got a couple of people on your team that you played against, and you said, I never liked that guy. When you played against him, you'd go home at night saying that Joe Smith from the other team, I never liked him. Now you get to play with these guys and you say, you know what? I was wrong. He's a good guy. They make a lot of friendships have made from these games. People that were not bitter enemies because they didn't really know each other, but were enemies on the field and maybe for one reason or another had an ill feeling. Maybe they got a goal to beat you, or you get knocked down by somebody, and Kennedy again makes a nice defensive play and moves it upfield. Broken up nicely by the North. They bring it back the other way. And the South knocks it out. Knocked out by the South again. South, they don't want to give up another one here. North keeping it in the South end would love to get another one, put more pressure on them going away. Trying to center it. Goes from one side to the other. And the South is there to break it up. Final 2 minutes. Broken up again. Ramsey with another nice defensive play. And Mateo boots it away. North gets there first, breaks up the play and clears it away. And it winds up going deep. And it winds up with a break. Trying to walk in. Sliding it across, and it went too far. Good idea. Bedruwitz had the right idea. He tried to center it to his teammate coming down the far side, and it just went a little too far. Kyle Ouellette from Central Catholic was the guy coming down. They're trying to beat the clock here. We're in the final minute. Lead pass. had to take it on the fly, take one shot with the defense all over him, trying to get the shot off. He got it off, but he hit high off the side of the net. Good bid. What a goal that would have been to give up. And that was Devon Smith from Central Catholic. Closing seconds of this first half. North leading it 1-0. And they're going to blow it dead. That's going to be the end of the half. So just over 7 minutes left. Will Olsen Sidford got a break. Mateo came out to try to make the save, and he knocked it in the far post. North dominated territorial-wise. South had a couple of chances. Valancourt made one big save. A couple of shots went over the net. But the one goal, the goal by Will Olsen Sidford, and that's where we are at halftime. 1-0 the North over the South in this 23rd Agganis All-Star Soccer game. We're underway in the second half. Nick Capper is the new goaltender for the South. Richie Mateo did a nice job in that. He made a couple of big-time saves. Had no chance on the one goal on the breakaway. As I mentioned before, that is like the Grand Canyon you're covering. We have to find out who the goaltender is for the North. They only listed one, and I thought that was him, but it's not because they have a 15 and a 16. They tell me it's Timmy Allenhoof is the goaltender. He's not listed on the roster. So he's an addition. And he's still in because they only have one. They listed, I was calling. So he made the big save on Skylar Tucker. I didn't say it was him because they on the North side they only had one goaltender listed, and that was Teddy Valancourt from Danvers. But then I noticed it, and I thought one of the plays where I mentioned it, number 15 made a great play coming from the near side around to the front. That was the play where Ramsey made a big defensive play to block the shot before he could take it. And I said, but it can't be 15 because he's in goal. Offside for the North. He's not on the roster. So the difference is that breakaway by Will Olsen Sidford of Newburyport. Mateo came out, cut down the angle, but he tucked it into the far corner coming down the near side. And that was all she wrote in the first half. South had a couple of chances, but we found out that it's Tim Allenhoof. They almost had a chance there. The defense did a job knocking it away. And now North knocks it out again. And it will be a throw-in for the South. They thought they would have to chase that out to the street, but it came rolling back. That gate is open. It came rolling back. Popped in front. They got a foot on it, and they banged it off a defender. It bounced by everybody, and the South actually got a foot on it. And it looked like they were going to knock it home, and they knocked it off a defender. And shaking his head, coming back upfield, is Jacob Casales of Peabody saying, I thought I had that one. Trying to knock it deep. It got broken up. Short, nice save by Alan Hoof. No, that's right back at it. Broken up nicely from behind by Matt Cugno. Blocked again, actually knocked it off one of their own players. And Alan Hoof comes out, grabs it, holds on, he'll kick it away. South's trying to put some pressure on. North takes it away. And they knock it deep, and it's another foot race. And Alan Hoof comes out and makes a great save. And then coming back. One-on-one, Alan Hoof come out and smothered the shot. And it was Kennedy, I believe, that knocked it away. And it was Jake Dixon who had the shot. Looking to walk in alone. Alan Hoof came all the way out, almost to the 20-yard line. And just smothered the shot. Garcia with a nice little move. South trying to keep it in. Broken up by the North. Trying to knock it deep. And they're back there knocking it out of play, and that's Benjamin Lockhart from Masco knocking it away. With a rush, coming down the near side, gets it by, and then Alan Hoof comes out and blocks it. Again, contact with Dixon. Dixon was down deep. Alan Hoof come down and cut down the angle. North will get the throw in. Ross Lojek of Triton will do the honors. Gets it back. Trying to get around. Broke it up nicely. Mitchell Kennedy's played very well defensively for the South. Trying to walk in. South breaks it up. North keeps it alive. Trying to center it. Ramsey gets a foot on it and knocks it away. Ramsey's played well defensively also. Can't knock it deep. Broken up. North takes it away. Long lead, trying to keep it in. Can't get there. They didn't call it out. Certainly looked like it went out, but they said it was in. Kennedy a little behind the back pass, and I don't think Kugno was expecting it because he was surprised it was there and it went by him. Lockhart from Masconomet kicks it ahead. Here's the goal scorer. Trying to walk in. There's Kennedy again with a nice defensive play. Mitchell Kennedy told us he's going to Notre Dame. He's played very well. He's made some big-time defensive plays. We got a corner kick coming up from the north, and they just tip it in. They try to get around, and they couldn't get around Minikowski of Greater Lowell, and it went out off the north. Now trying to get something going offensively. They've had a couple of chances, one big one by Tucker. But North has kept it mostly in the south end, and now they knocked down Lojack or Triton. Folletti knocked it in play. Valancourt with the shot, went off the side of his foot. Didn't get all of it, and kind of pooched it wide left and out of play. It's a very warm night, and it's even warmer down there on that turf field. And just thank God this is not next week, because next week is going to be, everything's going to be up in the 90s, including Sunday and Monday, 96, 97. Thank God they're not playing that weather. They're still going to get worn out going through this. Lojack went around Thomas, but when he did, he went out of play.
All right, Mavs fans, we got a special treat for you here tonight. We'd like to welcome the summer dance team from Nadine Dance Center.
They knock it deep. It's a break. Allen Hoof comes out. and takes it away. I think they called it offside anyway. North gets called for the takedown. South will get the free kick just about at midfield. South still trying to get something going. Kicking in, headed away. Goes to the far side. North keeps it in. Clears it away. Garcia winds up with it. He's broken up. And North brings it back the other way. Hoops ahead. Valancourt looking to get a shot off. And does, and boots it high over the net and out of play. Made a nice little play to get around the defense. Fake going left, went right. Got clear for a shot. Got too much foot, got under it. And cleared it way up over the net and out of play. They give it to Allen Hoof. Broken up nicely again. North gets there first. Can't keep it in. Was looking to turn and maybe center a pass and couldn't keep it in. If you happen to hear that music in the background, they're not playing music while these kids are playing. The Navigators have a night game tonight over at Frazier Field. So that's where all that noise is coming from. Nice little crowd here for the 23rd Agganis All-Star Boys Soccer game. Soccer was the third activity. Softball was fourth. The basketball games, fifth and sixth. Lacrosse was the baby coming in. Broken up by the defense out in front. South couldn't get a shot off. Now they get the shot off. They get blocked again by the defense nicely. And they knock it deep, and now it's a foot race. And here's Kennedy again back there playing defense and forcing him to go very deep and forcing him to give it up. Shot from long range, and they try to one-time it. Jake Valsich of Newburyport tried to one-time it, and the pass went too far and missed the far post from the near side. Ramsey knocks it away. Here's Kennedy again with a defensive play. Trying to center it. Mitchell Kennedy again gets a head on it, knocks it away. He's been outstanding defensively for the South. And there he is again, clearing it away. He's kept it virtually clean out in front of the net for the South. The only goal, a breakaway, with just over 7 minutes left to play in the first half. Trying to center it, trying to come in from the backside, and they knock it home. Valancourt threw it all the way across, coming in contact with the defender, but was still able to get a foot on it and knock it under the top crossbar to the near post. And if he turns around, and it was Cole Lojak of Triton. So I guess there's two of them, Cole and Ross Lojak. So the Lojak family gets on the board, and that mountain becomes a lot higher. 20 minutes and counting left in the game. It's now 2-0 North. In deep again. South just got there and broke it up. Valancourt almost got a foot on it to get a shot on net. And that was Ramsey again with a nice defensive play. Long lead pass. South is back there to defend. Valancourt trying to get around, trying to get the shot off, couldn't get a lot on it. Partially blocked by Minikowski of Greater Lowell. Looking for another breakaway. Looking to walk in, the shot deflected. Allenhoof just got a little piece of it. And then the defense cleared it away nicely. I think it was Minikowski who cleared it away. Coming up on 15 minutes left in this one. North almost gave it away, slipping and sliding, but they recovered enough to break it up and take it away. Long lead pass looking for Smith. He sends it down the near side. They throw it on net. Coming out, Allenhoof catches it on the fly off the foot of Valsich from Newburyport. North has really controlled the second half. They controlled territorial-wise and finally got a goal with 7 minutes left, but South had a couple of opportunities, but Right now, they don't have any opportunities. Did they call it offside on that play, or is it a goal? They called it offside. Kyle Ouellette from Central Catholic thought he had the third goal of the night. Garcia trying to make a play, trying to get it to the net. He hooked it way wide left. And I guess they're saying the North got a piece of it because the South is going to get the kick. I thought Garcia just knocked it out of play. Corner kick will come from the far side. Right in the middle of the net. And that was Capra from Salem went up and just grabbed it. Excuse me, that was Allenhoff that went up and got it. It's tough in these games when they don't tell you who the goaltenders are, and one of them's not even on the program. Tipped and knocked away. So just to try and be right for a change. Allenhoff is the goaltender for the North, and Capra is the goaltender for the South. Out in front, can't get the kickoff. Blocked again, and this great play. Allenhoff came out, slid, knocked it away as they were lining up a shot from dead center. And here comes North again down the other side. Out in front, they knock it home. Flying down the middle of the field, getting a head on it. Just lunging ahead and getting a head on that pass was Valancourt of Danvers. And Kyle Ouellette of Central Catholic was the guy that made the pass. Threw it out dead center of the net. Valancourt coming straight down the middle of the field. Just at the last second, lunged, got a head on it, and banged it into the net. Skips past North and goes out of play. A lot of noise going on behind me. Again, that's the Navigators having a home game. South gets knocked down. They'll have a free kick from right around the 30-yard line. They get it going right away. South trying to keep it in. North finally collected it. South knocks it away. Allenhoff makes the save. Good hard work by the South trying to get that shot off. They had it. Couldn't get the shot off. Did a little spin. Did a little move. Trying to get around. And it was finally Marcellus Chepty from Chelsea who got the shot off. And Allen Hoof made the save.
Batting second, the first baseman from the University of Georgia, number 38, Patrick Solva. Batting third, the
North,
shortstop,
you wouldn't know that they've never played together before. They're passing the ball extremely well, giving themselves a lot of opportunities. Now getting around the defense, trying to walk in, still with it, dropping it back. The shot high over the net. Pedrowitz dropped it back. Valsic lined it up and got too much foot into it, knocked it over the net. So South had a chance to tie up the series with the score 10-9-3. But that's not going to happen now. With 10 minutes left, North is comfortably ahead 3-0. They go to the near side. Little hesitant. Should I, shouldn't I? I won't, I will. Let's see what they're going to call. People went down, bodies went down. South is going to get the free kick from right about the 13-yard line at a tough angle. Drills it right to the net. Allenhof makes the save. As we get 9 minutes and counting left in the 23rd Agganis All-Star boys version soccer game. And here comes the North again. Dumping it down again. Trying to throw it in front. And they drill it, and it got tipped. And Capra made a tremendous save. I think everybody was standing around thinking the ball might have been out of play. Trying to line up a shot. Nice save by Allenhof. They lined it up perfectly. Garcia had the shot. He drilled it, and Allenhof went up and made a big-time save. So that's been kind of the way the night's been going. Opportunities few and far between for the South. North have totally dominated territorial-wise and have got quite a few shots, obviously with 3 goals, but they got some of them, like that one, that goes up over the net and out of play. And Mateo in the first half made a couple of big-time saves. Seven and a half and counting. Long lead pass, offside. Lockhart from Escanone, his eyes lit up as he was coming in. And it wasn't Lockhart, it was number 8. And that was Olsen Sitford who got the first goal. Thinking he was having another breakaway. Now they get another breakaway. And here's Capra coming out making a big time save. I think they called offside before that. But a big time save by Capra. And we got a player hurt. And the trainer's going to come out and take a look. He'll go to the sideline. Appears to be okay. Let's hope he is. Last thing he wants him to get hurt in this game. Really reluctant to come out. He'd rather stay in the game, I think. Sean Blue, the Newbury coach, coming out to check on him. along with the trainer. Appears as though he's okay. Just to be sure. And it was Kyle Ouellette from Central Catholic. Blocked. North gets it back. With under 6 minutes left, the only thing left in doubt is, will Allen Hoof get a shutout? Popped up again, another break for the North. Broken up nicely. Another big play by Ramsey. Ramsey and Kennedy have been outstanding on the back line for the South. Here's Ramsey again, breaking up the play. Taken away. Big time save by Capra. And we got a flag for offside, I think. Capra, that's 2 big saves he's made. We'll have MVPs at the end of this game. So it's funny, the North won both games, baseball and softball. Now it's loose, and it's knocked home. Kappa mishandled it. It dropped down. The defense couldn't clear it. And that's a very easy goal. Just sitting right in front of the net, all you got to do is just tip it and knock it in. And that makes it 4-0. And that's the second goal for Will Olson Sitford. It was just a high pop-up. Kappa thought he had it, just made 2 big saves. Capra went up, got a hand on it. The defender was there looking to get a piece of it. It dropped to the ground. And Olson Sitford was there to just knock it into the open net. Very easy goal for him. He's got 2 of the 4. As we're coming up on 3 minutes left to play. And they overrun it. North winds up with it. Smith dumps it in. They throw it in front, and offside's called. They try to slip it to Jake Dixon. He was way out in front. So it was 1-0 at halftime. South was very much in it, giving up a goal with just about 7.5 minutes left in the first half. And then all of a sudden, North put it together and scored 3 here in the second half. Pass out in front. They take the shot. That's Dixon again all around the net. Got a lot of foot into that one and drilled it up over the net and out of play. As we got 2 minutes and counting left in this one. And we got offside again. If not for the offsides, North would have a lot more. So South came in with a chance to tie up the series. North had 10 wins, South had 9. There were 3 ties. But North said, I don't think so. As I said, the only thing left in doubt is Allen Hoof going to get his shutout? No, something's going to get called. They're taking North down. They took Ross Lojek down. Cole Lojek, the other, I don't know if they're twins. They must be. They both have to be seniors. Olsen Sidford was looking for a hat trick, trying to get around the defense and got knocked away. Blocked nicely by Ramsey again. He's played very well defensively. Here's Ramsey again, knocking it away. He felt that one. He's getting up. He's getting up gingerly. So Olsen Sidford made it 1-0 at the end of the first half. In the second half, it was Cole Lojek from Triton. Teddy Valancourt going dead center down the middle of the field, leaning and getting ahead on the pass from Kyle Ouellette. And then when the ball was mishandled out in front of the net, Olsen Sidford got his second goal, knocking it in. And that's where we are, 4-0, as we have just about ended it. Allen Hoof will catch it, and that'll do it. So North makes it 3 out of 4. South was looking for 2 in a row, looking to tie it up, but they're not going to do it. Olsen Sidford leads the way with 2 goals. Mitchell Kennedy and Ryan Ramsey were outstanding defensively for the South. They just couldn't get anything going. Tucker had the one opportunity, and he just missed putting it in inside the near post. Allen Hoof made the very nice save. He made a couple of other big-time saves in the second half. But North dominated territorial-wise. And he dominated on the scoreboard as well, putting 4 up, 3 in the second half to get their 11th win in the season, in the series. It becomes 11-9-3 now. South gets a little bit of breathing room in the 23rd. So we've got a little more than half of the Agganis week is in the books. 5 events, 5 of the 9. There are 4 left. The girls soccer coming up. Well, boys and girls lacrosse tomorrow. And then the granddaddy, the 57th football game on Thursday night, will end up another great Agganis week. Nearly 1,000 scholarships given out, bordering on $2 million being given away. And it's just absolutely incredible what they've done. And tip of the hat to everybody that's involved in this. And there's a whole lot of people that are involved. The Domakis family involved, getting it started, getting it going. Elmo Benedetto, Harold Zimmern, who worked and coached Harry. They've honored a whole bunch of people over the years with their Hall of Fame, and I'm very proud to say that I'm one of them, as is my nephew, John Hoffman from Swampscott. And we're waiting now for the presentations of the MVPs. From the South, Christopher Garcia. From the North, Teddy Valancourt. I don't know what happened to Olsen Sidford, who got 2 goals, including the first. That was all they needed. But it's always difficult to pick all-stars in this. And if I had my brothers, it would have been Olsen Sidford for the North, and it would have been between Ramsey and Kennedy. Mitchell Kennedy, and Ramsey for St. Mary's for the South. But I'm glad I don't get involved in that. tough enough to do what I do without having other people on my back when you have to pick all-stars and MVPs. So the 23rd boys all-star soccer game is in the books, and the North grabs the lead. The North won both baseball, softball. The South won both basketball games, so it was 2 apiece. Now the North takes a 3-2 lead this week in games played, and the South now for the girls will try to tie it up in the girls' version of the soccer in the 23rd. But right now the boys are in the book 4-0. The North over the South to take an 11-9 with 3 ties lead in the series. So we hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.